Hello and welcome. Today you find me sat here in the polytunnel and it is gorgeous. Although it's quite cold outside, the sun is shining, which is making it lovely and toasty warm in here. As you see, I'm sat in just my t-shirty top. So I've ordered myself some nice new weed suppressing fabric so I can put new covers down on the floor of the polytunnel. It is not an essential task, it doesn't have to be done, but the fabric I have down at the moment has been there for well over 10 years. It's getting a bit frayed and scruffy around the edges. It's scrunched and scrumpled and creased in some areas. So I'm going to treat myself and lay new pathways with new weed suppressing fabric. Once I was about to embark on that task, it has crossed my mind another problem I have within the polytunnel is my large water tank fish pond storage unit. I have this enormous fish pond. It's a fish pond because it does have fish in it. It's actually designed as an above ground swimming pool. I've been using it as a water tank for the polytunnel, water storage tank, and for many years now it's had fish in it. It makes a wonderful fish pond. The difficulty and problem with it is the water, as you see, is extremely green, which is not a problem health-wise for the fish, but of course I don't get to see much of them. We're off-grid in this area, so plugging it into pumps and filters is not a simple task. What has crossed my mind, and I'm going to try, let's see if I can get the fish to come up and we'll see some fish. When they come up to the surface for food, I obviously get to see them very well. Let's find some feed for them. They shouldn't be eating much at this time of year. It's not good for their digestive systems. So I have fish in my fish pond that are lovely. When they come up to the surface to get their food, I get a lovely view of the beautiful fish. But I don't get to sit here and watch them all swimming about relaxed on a lovely summer's day because the water is so green you can't see anything. So my thought is blacking out the light. It's a great water storage unit. It's a vast quantity of water and exactly what I need for the polytunnel. It is wonderful. It was a quick and easy way of getting a large volume of water storage in this off-grid situation. Having ordered my wonderful weed suppressing fabric, it has crossed my mind that if I can somehow attach the fabric to the roof of the polytunnel over the section that covers the pond, this will reduce the light and hopefully reduce the amount of green algae that manages to grow in the pond. So I'm going to give it a go and see how I can get on. I had considered stringing ropes or washing line along the big support rails, the big support tubes of the tunnel to create a kind of false ceiling and then clip or peg or somehow secure my weed suppressing fabric to that. And this morning it has occurred to me, actually I could probably just thread weave the weed suppressing fabric behind these pipes, underneath the plastic but over the pipes, and the pipes themselves, the support tubes, will help hold it up. So I'm going to attempt to get some weed suppressing fabric woven across the roof of the pond area and see if long term that will help reduce the greenness of the pond water. I'm going to have to order myself some more to lay my floors now, but if this works it'll be fantastic, and if it doesn't work I'll be able to take my weed suppressing fabric down and use it around the garden anyway, so it's not a wasted project, or it's not a wasted finances. So let's see how we get on. Give this a go. Well, that might be quite a good place for you. This is the roof above the pond, and you can just see in shot, this is the top edge of the pond area. I think I might need some ladders to get up there to give myself a start. And getting over the centre of the pond is going to be fun. Not quite sure how I'm going to tackle this. Roll up my sleeves before we start. There. So I have my scissors at the ready and my big roll of weed suppressing fabric, which I think is folded in half, so it should be twice as wide as this. I ordered it quite wide so I could cover the full width of my path this time. Instead, I'm going to see if I can cover the pond. It's not heavy, just bulky and awkward. It's code dripping on me. Can you see me? I don't know. Right, so. So I threaded it the end over at the far end of the tunnel. So thread it across the back and over my first upright hoop. I'm going to do the same. Thread it over this upright hoop. Come up this side and push it away from me. So up my steps. And there, to the top of the corner. I want to go over here. Slides through very nicely. Just keeping it opened out. There we go. So all of the edge. Poke that through. Okay. This bit. Oh. Hello! Oh my. Very top of my ladder. Well, I'm a bit far away from there. Balance on the ladder and the edge of the pool. Let's see my straight line. And do just that. Cut along the line. Yay! Big frizzy bit of fabric. And a stay of that. Well, this is us so far. I've used 2 long strips of my ground cover weed control fabric. I'm really not sure if I want to use a 3rd strip to come down on the other side. I put one up the middle across the centre of the tunnel ridge and one on the south side. It obviously gets the most light and the sun is shining in my eyes at the moment, making me squint. So if I stand on this side with the sun behind me, I won't squint so much. I don't know whether to put one on the other side. I've got a large, beautiful, large water lily in here that will need to move because I have it on the south side of the pond, and that I've now just created lots of shade. So I want to move my water lily over to the northern side of the pond where it's still getting light coming down through the plastic. I don't know how big of a difference this black covering is going to make and whether I want to do a third strip. I don't mind doing the third strip, I'm quite happy to do that. I don't know if it's going to be too much and make the whole pond area too dark. But I'm hopeful that what I've done so far is going to make some difference, I hope. We'll see. Makes it feel different in here. More enclosed and building-like rather than open and gardeny. It's very strange. I've just seen a toad. Oh wow. Where's he gone? I see you. Hello, Toady Toad. Oh, look who I've just found. Look who I've just found bouncing around the polytunnel. Way. It's wonderful Toad. Yeah, he's trying to get out of my hands. Trying to show him to you and he's trying to bounce away. Isn't he gorgeous? Whee! Off onto the ground. Go on then, off you go, Toady. You're determined to leave. Exciting. Eating all the slugs. Wonderful. Happy to have a toad. Need a puddle. Do you want a puddle, Toad? Let's get you a puddle. You seem nice and moist though. Been under a stone somewhere. There we go. Puddle of water for a toad. Where's he gone? Jumped onto the path. Yeah, Yickle Code. A puddle. Yay! He says I don't want a puddle. I'm a toad, not a frog. Right, so where was I? There. What's in there is working quite well. I managed to capture a still photograph of Mr. Toad while he didn't want to keep still, sitting in my hand. Thanks for coming along on my adventure today. And remember, whatever you're doing, have fun doing it. We'll see you next time. Bye.